Hey guys, so last night was the 2026 WNBA Draft pick, and I could not wait till 7 o'clock. I had so many questions. There was the orange carpet, which the ladies dressed up and ate down. Then we had UCLA, who had six players enter into the draft. And then, of course, the number one question of the night was who was going to be picked first? Who was number one? So, yes, there was so much to get into, and it was so fun watching the draft. So, let's talk about it. Let's get into the orange carpets because these ladies ate down. My favorite look of the night was Awa Fam. She had a really beautiful red dress with little peekaboo on it, and she just ate like 6'4" and just gorgeous, like model gorgeous. That was definitely my favorite look of the night, and we are going to shout out our fam. Some other looks I liked. KK Arnold stepped out in her burgundy. She had the super long trench coat and her little bag. I don't know who she was feeling like, but she was looking good. She was looking good. Raven Johnson stepped out, and she had a really cute bob. I love the bob on her. She threw a little joke on the orange carpet that she felt like Kamala Harris. She did the bob shake that we all do when we have a bob. She looked really nice and put together, and all the ladies just looked really good. Oh, Kiki Rice looked really nice too in her. She had the crop and she had her little leg out, and she was like, it wouldn't be me if I didn't have my leg out. So yeah, shout outs to her. Shout outs to all the ladies who walked the orange carpet. It felt like the red carpet for a second there, but yeah. Shout out to the ladies. Now, we have to get into the picks. So we are up 54 spots, 210 roster spots. Some really good picks last night. So let's talk about it. So the number one pick went to Dallas Wings, and they chose Azzi Fudd. A lot of people kind of figured she was going to go here. I wasn't sure. I didn't know if Seattle or the Lynx might have picked her up, but she went to Dallas. She's reunited with her Husky Paige. And yeah, I think this is just going to be great for her. She's an elite shooter, something Dallas really needs. She's going to be explosive in the backcourt with Enrique and Paige. And yeah, I think she's just going to fit in really good right there. Dallas just made some major pickups with Alana Smith. That was the co-defensive player of the year. So I think they're going to make a really solid squad. And I think that's where AZ wanted to go, to be honest. Now, I hate that a lot of the media, not the media, really it was social media, but I hate how social media made everything about Paige and their relationship because Fudd is an elite player. Like her basketball IQ, her shots, the improvement she's made. I mean, she is just elite all on her own. I mean, we don't necessarily have to keep bringing up Paige. And I think I was watching Mariah Rose and she brought this up. Like, AZ is like that girl. Like, y'all gonna stop acting like Dallas just picked her up because of Paige. But yeah, anyways, Paige was there to support her. I mean, UConn was there, Sarah Strong was there, KK was there. I mean, it was just a wonderful moment. I'm so happy for Aziz. Oh, and I didn't even mention her. She looked amazing. She looked amazing in her dress. It was like a nice brown shimmery dress, and she ate down. And I love the hair. She was literally the princess last night, and she was the number one pick. I was so happy for her. So yes, she's going to be at Dallas. So number two pick went to the Minnesota Lynx, and they chose Olivia Miles. Now, I thought this was a great pickup, and I felt like she is going to do great over there in Cheryl Reeve's system. She's going to be with Fee and Courtney. And to be honest, I think a real point guard is what they need over there at the Lynx. I mean, they lost most of their team to the point where Twitter had a running joke that the starting five was going to be Courtney Williams, Nafisha Collier, her daughter Mila, and Fee Scooter. And then I think Kayla McBride. But yeah, empty over there. So I really like that Olivia Miles is going to be over there. Not to mention, Olivia Miles had 6 triple doubles last season and 12 in her career. So I think she's going to be really good over there. They're going to train her to be a champion. And, I like this for the Lynx. I know the Lynx are kind of in a rebuild, and that championship, man, they came so close in the season before. And I know that they really want that. So I hope that this piece right here fits for them. And yeah, I love this for Olivia. All right. So the number 3 pick went to Seattle Storm, and they chose Awa Fam. I was so gagged. I love this. I literally screamed. All day I was hearing, where is Awa Fam gonna go? So now we know that she's going to be in the Seattle Storm. She's going to be over there with Malonga and Easy Magmabor. And I really think that they're going to try to build around this young talent, especially her and Malonga. Now, Seattle is really sizing up their team right now in the off season. I mean, we got Easy Magbagor and Awa Fam standing at 6'4", and then you got Dominique Malonga at 6'6". Yeah, Seattle is going to be huge. So yeah, I'm excited for that because we all know Malonga is making all kinds of improvements. She's growing and she's just that girl. She is so confident over there with her dunk, and now she has her bigs behind her. So I can't wait to see how Seattle shapes up in the 2026 season because yeah, they're looking really good. All right, so the number 4 pick went to the Washington Mystics, and they selected the first UCLA pick of the night, Lauren Betts. I can definitely see her being very dominant in the paint, being a rim protector. She's going to be good over there with Shakira Austin, who just recently got signed back to the Mystics. Not to mention Kiki Arafin is over there. She mentioned that she's been playing against Kiki for a while, so there might be some chemistry there. This is just another team that's going to build around their rooks. So I'm excited to see Lauren Betts' career thrive from here. I think the Mystics is a really good fit. Lauren Betts was picked up with one of her former UCLA teammates, Angela Duglick. And yeah, I think that chemistry alone is going to be good for her. I think overall, that's just going to be a good landing spot for her. I mean, her, Kiki, and Sonia are going to run that team. They're going to have Shakira as their vet. And yeah, she's going to be with her teammate, Angela Duglick. So I'm excited for Lauren, and I just can't wait to see her in the Pro League. Okay, so the number 5 pick went to Chicago Sky, and they chose Gabriela Jaquez, another UCLA pick right after Lauren Betts. Now, she's a very versatile player, so I do kind of like this for Chicago. Chicago not only has the baddie squad, but they also have a really solid squad. And I feel like this pick just kind of rounded them out. Not to mention, Chicago just lost Angel, who was a major rebounding machine. So I feel like Jaquez can step in and pick up on some of that rebounding that Chicago just lost in Angel. But yeah, she's efficient. She's active. To be honest, I thought Chicago was going to go with Kiki Rice or Flaujae. I really did not want Flaujae to go there because I really love Flaujae, and Chicago just gets a bad rep. But no, they went with Gabriela, and I'm really messing with this pick right here. I like it. I approve it. So number 6, we had Toronto Tempo choose Kiki Rice. Speaking of Kiki Rice, and I think this was great for her. She has a winning mentality. She can bring that over to the expansion team. She's made some major improvements with her shots and defense. And I think going over to the Temple, Sandy is really going to polish her skills. Overall, I think she's going to an amazing team. We won't know until they start playing, but the roster looks really good. I mean, Marina, Brittany, Nayara Sabli, I think she's in good hands. Now, Sandy mentioned that they weren't going to be competing for a championship this year. They're just going to develop and go through the growing pains of an expansion team. Now, I don't know if this is true or she's just trying to save her job as a coach, but I feel like this Kiki Rice is a great choice for a team that's trying to learn a few things, improve, expand, and go through the growing pains. I think she has a great mentality and she's going to fit in right over there. Okay, so the number 7 pick went to Portland Fire. And to be honest, I wasn't familiar with this player. This was a foreign player from Spain. Her name was Ayana Martin Carrion. She is a point guard at 5'9". Now, apparently she's pro ready. She is a defensive player. She's ready to go. However, she may not play this year. Her start may be delayed because she's only 20 years old. So we'll see. She might play this year. She might not. But that was a pickup, a solid pickup for Portland. We'll have to wait and see. The number 8 pick went to the Valkyries. And now this is the moment that truly gagged me because it went to Flaujae Johnson. And I screamed. Like, I'm pretty sure my neighbors heard me as loud as I screamed. I was so happy that Flaujae was going to the Valkyries because this is a very solid team. And I feel like with her mindset and how structured she is and determined she is to win, she would have fit in so good with that system over there and the coach. But of course, it wouldn't be the W if it wasn't messy. She, of course, got traded the middle of the draft to Seattle Storm. So I'm not going to lie, I was really bummed out when this happened. I was really bummed out because I had just seen her and I envisioned her in the sold out crowd at Valkyries and them embracing her and loving her and her being over there with VB and Tiffany Harris. But no, she got traded to Seattle. So then I had to reframe my thinking. And honestly, she can shine a little bigger at the Seattle. I mean, she'll be with Awa and Dominique Malonga, like we were talking about. Not only does she have a lot of big support on that team, but she herself can create shots and shoot over bigs when she wants to. So I think she's going to be a great addition to Seattle. I'm definitely going to keep up with Flaujae's career. She's one of my favorites. I've been watching her since the rap game. So yeah, I'm like that corny auntie in my head. But I'm definitely going to watch Flaujae's career and see how things shape out for her at Seattle. Now, the moment of the night was from her little brother who was invited on stage from Holly Rowe. He was so adorable, and I love that she got to have this moment. Her mom was happy. And to be honest, Flaujae, your mama can now drop the mic because she did her big one with you. She can now drop the mic. You got this from here. Seriously and truly, she has grown into a beautiful, talented young lady who also dropped her song, Whoa, go stream it. She dropped her new song last night. And yeah, I'm just so proud of her. I mean, she passed 2,000 points at LSU. She did really good. I know they ended on a sour note, but still, she killed it. Got the title with Angel Reese. Like, I can go on and on. I'm gonna stop. But yeah, I think overall, Seattle is a perfect match for her. Of course, it was going to come with a little controversy because it's Flaujae. But overall, great pick for Seattle. For number 9, the Mystics chose Angela from UCLA, as we talked about. So yes, to recap on that, she's going to be with Lauren Betts, and they're going to have that chemistry. She also has pro experience playing in Serbia and in Europe. So that's a nice little touch. Not to mention, the other thing about the Mystics is they just signed on Michaela, and I don't want to mess her name up, Onyenware. They just signed on Michaela. Now, she was the assistant coach over at UCLA, and she just recently signed a multi-year deal with the Mystics. So the Mystics are building a family, a really young, talented family over there. Between UCLA and everything else they got going on. I love that for the Mystics, and I love that for the girls. So yeah, the number 10 pick went to Indiana Fever, and I'm not gonna lie, I couldn't wait to figure out who was going to Fever. I mean, you got Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, Caitlin Clark. Yeah. And it did not disappoint when Raven Johnson was called. That is a great team, and she is reunited with her fellow Gamecock, Aaliyah Boston. So they have that chemistry there from playing together at South Carolina. Not to mention, she went to Westlake High School. Shout out to my high school, Westlake. Dawn Stanley obviously was so proud of her, had to give her a hug right before she went up. And this was just such a beautiful moment for such a special person. I love Raven Johnson. Yeah, I think she's going to learn a lot from Caitlin Clark. She's going to be a great role model. I hope Indy is kind to her. And yeah, she's going to make a great backup point guard for Caitlin, or she's just going to be great alongside Caitlin. So I can't wait to see how she develops over there. I mean, she's a defensive player, a lockdown defender, and she has improved her shots by doubling her scoring averages. So yeah, I love to see it. Go Gamecocks. Okay, so the number 11 pick went to the Mystics again. They had so many picks in this draft. And they chose Cottie McMahon. So I really love this. I feel like when it comes to strength and physicality, she is pro ready. So that is an advantage for the Mystics. Not to mention, she's going to be with Shakira, who is pretty physical herself. So I'm going to love to see them together. I did notice that the Mystics chose 3 players in the first round who had completely different styles. We have Cottie, McMahon, and then of course we have the UCLA picks that we were talking about with Lauren and Angela. So exciting to see how everybody gel vibes. Shakira's gonna be over there with the babies for real. With all of that talent, I just hope no one gets cut because this is the W. But we'll see what happens. Not to mention, Cottie is a content creator and she's pretty interesting. I follow her. She's pretty entertaining. So I'm excited to see the content creation that she makes over there with the rest of the Rooks and the rest of the squad on the Mystics. And yeah, I'm just happy for her. I think this was a solid pickup. Honestly, I'm so happy for all the ladies. I don't think anyone can really go wrong. It's just, I love seeing these athletes reach their dreams. The sentiment of the night was, I dreamed of this since I was a little girl. So yeah, I can't be mad at any of these pickups. I just can't. I can't hate on it. Okay, so the number 12 pick went to Connecticut Sun, and this is another player I was not quite familiar with. She comes from France. Her name was Nell Engloma. Now, what I really liked about when she got picked is Holly Rowe whipped out her French and the two of them went back and forth. Now, Nell whipped out some English and she really tried her best. I think she did pretty good. It was super cute. I love the moment. I just love language. I myself am an ASL interpreter, so yeah, I'm fascinated by language. But yeah, she's only 19, but apparently she's really good at driving into the lane and finishing. So can't wait to see her play. And yeah, congratulations. Okay, so number 13 went to Atlanta Dream, and they chose Medina Okat. Now, I was actually very excited about this. She is 6'6", and she's going to fit in great with Angel Reese and Brianna Jones. I mean, let's be real. This is going to be just a strong team. Now, they already have the winning pieces over there with Alicia and Ryan. She will be a great replacement for what they just lost with BG. She had height, she had dominance. So they're getting some of that back with Medina. But yeah, she's going to the number 1 team in the East. So can't be mad at that. I can't wait to see her out there. I know they're going to treat her so good. And I know Pow Pow is excited too because another fellow Gamecock is going to be on the Dream. Let's move along because this is getting kind of long. So number 14, Seattle took Taina Mayer. So I'm just going to move along a lot faster now. At number 15, Connecticut Sun chose Gianna Neepkins. Basically, Connecticut needed a shooter and they got them a shooter. And they got another UCLA pick. So I think it's a win-win. And yeah, UCLA made history with that pick. Not gonna really get into the second and third round, but I am gonna shout out some honorable mentions. Tanai Lotson went to the Sparks, and I think she's gonna be perfect over there. If I was entering the draft, I'd be so happy if LA picked me up because being an East Coaster sucks and they have warm weather. But anyways, personal problem. The Mystics chose Rory Harmon from Texas. And I was just glad to see her get in the W. She was the 34th pick, but I was just glad to see her make her way in there because I feel like she deserved it. And she worked very, very hard. Her and Coach Schaefer was just great together. And I think this is the next step for her. And overall, UCLA actually had all 6 players go. So they made history last night. The UCLA Bruins had the most recruits in a single school in NCAA history. So shout outs to them. Shout outs to all the ladies who got drafted. It was a night to remember, and I'm so glad I got to watch it. Now that we got that over, I just can't wait to get into the preseason. If you don't know, the preseason is April 25th. Pull up. I don't know what you're doing, but we're going to be talking all about the preseason, and I'm excited. I'm excited for where women basketball is going. Now, I'm going to wrap this video up, but if you made this to the end, leave a basketball in the chat. Let me know about the picks. How do you feel about these new teams as we enter into the 2026 season? And yeah, give me your thoughts. I love talking to you guys, so please flood my comments, please. But yeah, and I'm on the road to 1K, so if you haven't hit the follow button yet, please hit the follow button. That is greatly appreciated. Anyways, till next time, bye.